So we actually truly really want this to rebut any argument by the defense that, aha, they didn't prove motive, therefore they have not made their case, which is why this is always included. However, the state does feel that it did prove some motive, and that the state is going to make reasonable inferences about some motive evidence. And that evidence of motive is going to include Travis McMichael writing down the very first thing on his written statement is, my gun got stolen. And so motive is, I'm angry about my gun getting stolen. This guy probably stole it. And this is a reasonable inference the state is going to go ahead and draw, that he's angry about his gun being stolen. He wants to blame somebody, and this is a perfect person to go ahead and blame. So there is a reason to have this in there, especially since the state does not have to prove motive to prove murder. And we don't want the jury misguided, thinking, well, they didn't prove murder, they haven't proven motive, therefore they haven't proven murder.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me the crime is defined as it's defined. There's a lot of things the state doesn't have to prove. Singling out what it doesn't have to prove emphasizes that. I'm not sure how the state's going to argue that the gun was the motive when the overwhelming evidence in this case is contrary to that, but that's their problem. Any evidence of motive has been admitted for your use seems to imply that evidence of motive has been submitted. Again, the state seems to be arguing both ways, that there was evidence, they don't have to prove it, but yet there was evidence from this gun being stolen. So I would object to 2.10.12 being given in this case.
Your Honor, first, I object to the whole charge, 2.10.12, but even if you accept the state's argument about not having to prove motive, that's the first sentence. The second sentence about evidence of motive, I agree with the McMichael defense. I didn't hear it, and specifically in terms of Mr. Bryan, and again goes to whether he should have his own separate jury instruction, separate apart from the other defendants. There's no evidence of Mr. Bryan having any motive in this case. So if they want a limiting instruction based on the evidence they can articulate that I haven't heard yet on the McMichaels, that's one thing, but there's no evidence of motive with respect to Mr. Bryan. The state has some, maybe the state would enlighten us.
The charge, it's an accurate reflection of the law. I think it covers a number of various things that the jury may be looking at. You know, one of the things about Georgia law and people's general lay understanding of the law is Georgia's position on motive, and I do think it's appropriate to charge the jury so the jury understands what Georgia law is on it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and keep it, having considered the objections of counsel.